Yo guys, welcome back to another video. This is part 3 of the OP-07 card review series that I'm doing. We started off with red, we just finished green, and now we're on to blue. Before we jump in, I just want to give a quick shout out to One Piece Top Decks for having all of the English translated cards. Go check them out. Go check out the website if you want to go look up any of the cards. They have a bunch of deck lists and everything too. And a quick little shout out to Adrift for being the inspiration behind these, the set review, doing one color at a time. Go check out his channel if you haven't. Really good stuff. But yeah, let's jump into it. Let's just get started. All right, we're starting off with a bang. Sick alt art for these leaders too. This Hancock one is one of my favorite. And we got everyone's favorite waifu. I'm a Nami stan, so Hancock's a little bit lower on the list for me. No offense, everyone. But she's still really healthy and really cool, if you know what I mean. So yes, this is the alt art. This leader is a 5000 special blue, mono blue, 5 life leader, 7 warlords of the sea, and Kuja pirates. The effect is your turn, once per turn. You may activate this when a character leaves play from one of your abilities. Activate main, essentially. If you have 5 or less cards in hand, draw 1 card. So it's gonna be pretty strong, and yeah, during your turn, once per turn, right? There's not an actual activate main effect on here. I just wanted to clarify that, looking at the Japanese cards as well. So it's gonna be really strong in certain situations. I think this is going to come down to kind of the deck building. We have seen a ton of new 7 warlords support. If green was the color that Bandai is trying to power creep the most, blue is the runner-up in this set. Blue is getting the next most support. It's getting a ton of really good cards. Blue Dofi leader, mono blue Dofi leader is gonna be really strong. I think he's actually gonna be a contender for one of the strongest decks of the entire meta. And Hancock in the right hands might be another one. We know how strong drawing a card is, but as we saw the Ivankov leader, unless it's the right situation and unless you have the right combo cards to play with it, even drawing 2 cards isn't that strong. And I know Ivankov need to get down to 0 to kind of use that effect, but I think this is going to be strong. The Kuja's pirate support doesn't seem that strong, but a 7 warlords Hancock I think will work. I think it's a strong waifu, so people will try their best. Looking forward to Noah's videos on this later when he starts cooking with Hancock and what other people can do. Shout out to Noah. But yeah, let's get into it here. We got Edward Weevil, 4 cost 5k power, 1000 counter, Dawn ×1 when attacking. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and place them in any order on the top or bottom. It's the 7 warlords. Pretty decent. It's a 4 cost, so you know it's valid for Dofi effect and stuff. And the Bandai's just been making decent Weevil cards for the past 2 sets. The EBO1 Weevil just on play draw a card is really strong too. This Croc is really good. So 4 cost 5000 power, 2k counter, which is just those stats alone is damn, that's pretty good, man. On play, rest 1 Dawn, return up to 1 cost 2 or lower character to the owner's hand, and it's the 7 warlords of the sea and Baroque works. So this is going to be good for getting rid of chump blockers, and also just good for boa effect, right? Because it's your turn once per turn. So if you bounce a card back to hand when you play this, boom, you get to draw a card as well if you have 5 or less cards in hand. Next we have Gloriosa, Elder Nyon, and then she's a 1 cost 0 power, counter 1000. On play, look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirates card other than Gloriosa and add it to your hand. Then bottom deck the rest in any order. It's a searcher. This is okay. I just don't think the rest of the Kuja Pirates support is really anything too powerful. So yeah, decent for what it is though, right? 5 cost 6k Gecko Moria. Looking all beat up. This is really funny. Once per turn, if your leader is 7 warlords type, when this character would leave play by your opponent's effects. Instead, you may place one of your characters other than Moria on the bottom of your deck. And he's a 7 warlords and Thriller Bark pirates. So this is okay. This is pretty good. You do have to bottom deck one of your other characters in order for him to stay on the field, but this could be okay in a situation where you are trying to, you know, keep the heavier more powerful bodies on board, and you do have like a searcher or something that you can just get rid of and you don't mind. It's kind of a nice like thing to have, right? I would probably prefer a 1k counter over this effect, but you know, what are you gonna do? All right, then we got Salome. One cost, 2,000 power, counter 1,000. Your turn. On play, up to one of your Boa Hancocks gain plus 2,000 power for this turn. So kind of like Moda we saw for Ace earlier. That's another card like that. We're seeing some cards like this pop up, you know, here and there. I think there's one for CP9 or CP if I'm not mistaken, but I might be wrong. And it's Animal Kuja Pirates. This is okay. I don't know. Not much to say about the Kuja Pirates, honestly. Then we got Mihawk. Looking all nasty, looking all like he's not mad, he's just disappointed. Actually, that might be mad too. He's mad and disappointed and is about to kill you. This is 8 cost, 10,000 slash. On play, draw 1 card. So Blue is not afraid to just, like, Bandai's not afraid to print blue cards that are just like extremely powerful and then just also draw you a card. But they do balance it because it's like 10 drop Kaido. You can draw 4, right? But a lot of the times you don't really have the tempo or the ability to play it safely. This is going to kind of be like that. Yes, it's only 8 costs, but obviously no counter. It could be good though. It could be good. Drawing a card is always good. I know some people have been saying maybe you can play this in Nami. As someone who played a lot of Nami OP-04 and still loves the deck, I don't know. I think it's probably not worth it. We got Jinbei, really cool altar. I actually really love this altar. It's super cool. This is super rare. This card alone, like, basically puts Blue Doffy. Oh my God, Blue Doffy stonks back on the market. Okay, sorry, forgive me for not being able to talk. There's a 4 cost, 5,000 power, counter 1,000. On play, play up to 1 cost 4 or lower 7 warlords type character other than Jinbei from your hand. Not rested, just play it. It's Fishmen, 7 warlords, and some pirates. This is amazing. This is really good. So this is gonna be some chaining some effects with like Doffy effect, and just, yeah, it's really good. The fact that it has a counter too, it's scary, man. There's gonna be some good combos here. And you got Sengoku. That's a sick alt art. This is your 7 warlord searcher. 1 cost, 2k plus 1,000 counter. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck and reveal up to 1 7 warlords type and add it to your hand. Then bottom deck the rest in any order. It's an army. I guess this is navy. I'm assuming. Let me double check real quick. Yes, Kaigun. It's navy, not army. It's funny. I guess it's because he's the one who, like, he was in charge when setting up the Shichibukai, like the 7 warlords and stuff too, and I guess he's also like looking out for them and stuff. So like it's pretty lore accurate. It's funny that he's the searcher for the 7 warlords, because I guess 7 warlords are still technically like a subsect of the government, so it actually makes sense. But yeah, bro, this is just really good because now Moria is searchable in Sakazuki. Like, what? Every set they keep releasing cards that it's just like, hey, wait, that makes Sakazuki even stronger. Like the 1 cost Tashigi searcher that comes out in OP-06, yay, and 8 cost Moria that comes out in OP-06. It's like, hey, wait a minute, you just made Sakazuki stronger. Why'd you do that? Stop doing that. Really sick alt art here for this law. I love like the snowflakes and the crystals. This art's pretty cool too. This card is also really good for Doffy. 4 cost, 4,000 power, 2k counter, activate main. You may return this character to its owner's hand. If your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, they place 1 card from their hand to the bottom of their deck. So they have to choose to bottom deck a card, which is pretty decent. We're seeing a lot of like hand death laws, so it's like card lore accurate, I guess. It's the whole like shambles and like getting rid of things and stuff, I guess, right? He's a 7 warlord, so now Doffy has another 2k warlord that he can play with his effect, and it's pretty good. It's just activate main, so you can play this with Doffy effect, and then boom, you can use it right away. Kind of busted. This Dofi, however, is good, but I don't know if it'll see play. This is 3 cost, 4,000 power, activate main once per turn, rest 2 Dawn, reveal one card from the top of your deck. If that card is a 7 Warlords type character card with a cost of 4 or less, play it rested, and then place the remaining card on the bottom of your deck. This is if you whiffed. If you whiffed and it's not 7 Warlords, you just place it on the bottom of your deck. It's like Uta effect, right? And 7 Warlords and Don Quixote Pirates. This card's really good, but without a counter, and the fact that it's a 4,000 power, I don't know. So this will probably be a tech choice for people who like really want the combo heavy side of everything. I mean, Dofi is already a really heavy combo heavy deck, but I guess if you just want that extra boost there, because I mean you could play this for 5 to use effect, and then you could play Jinbei rested, but then on play you play another 4 cost from Jinbei, and like you could even play this Croc off of Jinbei there, and then on play you return a chump blocker or something, or one of your searchers, Sengoku or something that you played, and if your leader is Hancock, boom, you just drew a card. So yeah, which mitigates the only downside of all these combo plays, which is like you're losing cards from hand when you do that, right? And so that's a 1, 2, 3. But then you get, say you have a Sengoku searcher on the field already, you play this, that's a 1, 2, 3. You net 3 bodies on board, and then Sengoku comes back to hand, and you draw a card with bow effect. So you've played 3 out of hand and gotten 2 back, which is kind of nuts. So that's why you gotta watch out, because Hancock's gonna be really good, and Blue Dofi might be just even better. Then we got Buckin, Weevil's mom. I like how that's her typing. I didn't notice that. Is that just it? Yeah, it is. Even in the Japanese, it's funny. That's awesome. 2 cost, 0 power on play. Play up to 1 Edward Weevil with a cost of 4 or less from your hand rested. I don't think this card's just kind of bad. They did her dirty. And we got Boa Sandersonia. What a name. 3 cost, 3,000 power, 2k counter, on play. If you have 2 or more characters in play with Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirates type, return up to 1 cost, 3 or less character to its owner's hand. So you can see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to have these like Kuja Pirates combos that are playing things back to hand, so you can get like leader effect off. But unfortunately, none of the cards that you're playing are like actually that good, which sucks. And then it's like, okay, I lost a 2k counter out of hand. It cost me 3 Dawn. It's only a 3k power. Sure. Maybe this helped me get leader effect off, but like that's it. It didn't really do anything else, right? This card, however, is not bad. This card is very good, and this card might be just busted. Sick alt art. I'm assuming there's gonna be a really cool foil here. I don't know if I've seen like the like IRL picture for this or anything yet, but I'm assuming this is gonna be a really dope like multi-layered heart thing going on there. This is the manga super rare for the set, and it's awesome. Amazing pose. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not a Hancock stan, because I would want this card a lot if I was. If they came out, whenever they come out with a Nami manga, you're gonna see me wanting that card. Let's take a look at it though. Here's the 3rd version of it. All the arts are sick. All the arts are super healthy. 6 cost, 8k power on play. Up to one of your opponent's characters other than Monkey D. Luffy cannot attack until the end of their next turn. Then place up to 1 cost, 1 or less character on the bottom of its owner's deck. Super rare, 7 Warlords, Kuja Pirates. Funny, cool, really cool with the lore stuff here. Which could come to bite it. I will say, this could come to bite this card in the butt. Not that Luffy would do that, but really, really strong. 6 cost, 8k is already just pretty good. And then on play, you're essentially stun locking one of your opponent's characters that's not a Luffy. And you can, even if you have a 1 cost searcher on the field and you want to just bottom deck it so that you can get leader effect off, you can, which is good, which is kind of nice. The other thing here is this is really good in Blue Sakazuki. It's like, what? So we'll get to it, but the 8-cost Black Sabo and this card are like the kind of new kind of big boss monsters that might be contenders for like Sakazuki if for whatever reason people want to either run it along with Moria or replace Moria with it. The thing here is like this Sakazuki can be pretty fragile at times, and if you could stun lock something, and it's only 6 stun, right? So you could like Ice Age Great Eruption something, you could get an 8-cost down to 1, play this for 6, and that's only 9, and you still have 1 Dawn left over to do whatever, and then you're bottom decking that card in a Sakazuki. I'm not saying it's like the most efficient card. I think we'll definitely see some playtesting in Sakazuki, and if people can come up with the right combos, like it's just gonna be even, I don't know, man. I don't know. The problem is Sakazuki is just really strong, so any blue or black card that is strong and can be incorporated into it will be incorporated into it. So it's not like they didn't, obviously this is not geared toward like Sakazuki, so I can't really complain too much, but it's just like, damn, another card that might potentially make Sakazuki even more OP. Cool. Then we got Boa Marigold, really healthy, really plump and healthy here. 5 cost 6k, counter 1000 on play. If you have 2 or more characters with Amazon Lily or Kuja, place up to 1 cost 2 or less from the character to the bottom of its owner's deck. Sorry, it's hard to like fix it while I'm reading it live, you know. So same kind of effect here, right? But this is 2 instead of 3. But it just has better stats. I mean, like, this is kind of decent. If Sandersonia was a little bit better, I don't know. I just don't see these combos doing anything right now. It could be different with like other support where things start clicking a little bit. You know, that does seem to happen sometimes. But let's move on to my boy. This is actually one of the best cards out of the set. 5 cost, 6000 power. Counter 1000, blocker, on play, draw 2 cards, then return 2 cards from your hand to the top or bottom of the deck in any order. This is amazing in blue yellow ace. If you're a blue yellow ace stan, rise up. I've played blue yellow ace on and off, and it's just such a hard deck to keep consistent. But when it high rolls, it high rolls, let me tell you. But this is going to be amazing because you need cards like this that you can play, and then just putting it onto the top of your deck is beautiful. Because yeah, the whole thing you want to do with blue yellow ace is use leader effect to put that card onto the top of your life, and then play the kid version of Luffy, Sabo, or Ace, and within the same turn, so that you can use that life to put the character on the board and give your leader plus 2k, right? Because if not, it goes to the trash at the end of the turn. So it's like a high risk, high reward kind of deck. Red Yellow Sabo is a little bit more my playing style in general, but with some cards like this, if we could change up the deck build a little bit and just get some more aces in there, man, I think it would be good. If you're a big red ace fan, I think you're gonna like Red Yellow Sabo because it actually does those cards. And it's a little bit more of that playstyle. Red Ace is more similar to Red Yellow Sabo, unfortunately. I wish they had just made Red Yellow Sabo Ace. I understand why they didn't, but I wish they had. Great card, though. Then we got Margaret. She's one of my favorites. She's cool. I like her a lot. This illustration is really cool with her shooting the arrow. 3 cost, 2000 power. Unfortunately, no counter, but it's a blocker and on-play draw card. It's Amazon Lily. It's a rare. This has like 1 shot in a Nami build, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Other than that, not much to say. Here's Snake Dance. This is another card that might work in Nami. It's gonna see some playtesting for sure. Ayatora, the Nami GOAT in Japan, has talked about this card already, the kind of pros and cons, and I think he'll be testing it, so we'll have to wait and see what he says. This is a 2 cost counter. Give up to one of your leader or characters plus 4k during this battle. Then return up to one of your characters to its owner's hand. And the trigger is you may return one of your characters to its owner's hand. Return up to one of your opponent's cost 5 or lower characters to its hand. And it's Kuja Pirates. So yeah, excited. If you're not a blue Nami player, this card might be pretty good. So that's cool. Next is Slave Arrow. This is a 1 cost counter. You may return one of your characters with the cost of 2 or higher to its owner's hand. Give up to one of your leader characters plus 4k during this battle. Trigger, draw 2 and place 2 cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck. This is almost good in Nami. I just don't think it's worth it because it's a 2 or higher. Kaya's only 1 cost. So, and then you're drawing 2, but you're putting them back to your deck. You're not trashing them. I don't think it's going to be worth playing. But like a decent like kind of blue rad beam, right? but with a condition that's pretty hard to meet, so I don't know. Then we got Perfume Fimir. 2-cost main. Up to one of your 7 warlords type leader character gets 2,000 power this turn. Then your opponent cannot activate blocker when the selected card attacks. So this is main, right? So pretty cool. This is like a Diable Jambe for blue, and the trigger is draw 1 card. Pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's only plus 2k, but still cool because it's only a 2-cost instead of like 1 cost for Jambe. So yeah, this is interesting, and I actually think this is going to see some play. Just not too sure or anything yet, but really, really cool. Some of these events are cool. I like the blue events that are coming out for this set. And then last, we got the Isle of Women. I think it's Jogashima. Yeah, is the name in Japanese. It's a 1-cost stage. Activate main. You may discard 1 card from your hand and rest the stage. If your leader has a Kuja Pirates type, return up to one of your characters with the Kuja Pirates or Amazon Lily type to its owner's hand. This card would be like kind of okay if it wasn't type locked to Kuja Pirates or Amazon Lily. Because it is, I don't think it's gonna see play at all. I just don't. Interesting concept, but I don't think it's gonna be good. Yeah, unfortunately. Unless if you are running the Kuja Pirates or Lily, Amazon Lily, then sure, it's worth trying. But just in general, I don't think it's gonna be very good for the Hancock build. Alright, that's going to be it for all of the blue cards. Some really interesting cards here. Obviously, blue is getting a ton of support. After green, I think it's the next best color, like as far as just what's getting the most power creep and support in OP07. If you're a 7 Warlords fan, if you're a blue Dofi fan, your time has come, my friend. Your time has come. I think Hancock's going to be really strong too. And wouldn't you know it, with Sengoku and the new Boa Hancock card, blue-black Sakazuki might just be getting even stronger. So isn't that real cool? But we did get a sick ace card out of it, so I can't complain, and possibly a new good blue Nami card. Not too shabby if you ask me. Up next is purple. We'll jump right into that, but that's going to be it for this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.